Hello. I decided to start making videos on how to do some of the programs for Python. I started a study group earlier and some could not make it, so because they had other appointments, so I decided to make videos so those who can't make it or those who just want to learn can do so. I'm only doing the midterm exam reviews. I would like to do the homeworks as well, but I fear someone may copy the code directly and that will cause some problems. Perhaps if you want, I can cover the homeworks after they have been submitted, and for those who just want to learn and understand how it's done, I could do that as well. So here, I'm gonna pull up the. Here are the midterm one practice exercises. There's 5. Some of these are just that you do, like this one right here, where it's just what does the following program print. I won't be doing those because those are like you just do directly on paper. And this one right here, another one that just requires you to write down what it's going to print. You're not exactly programming anything. And so I'm gonna do the first one. So first things first, I'm using Python 2.7.6. Some may have 3.3, and so if you have that one, the code might be different for you. So just be aware of that. If you have 3.3, it might be different than, well, obviously will be different than those who have 2.76. So I'll open a new file, save as. I'll save it directly to the desktop. I'll do midterm underscore x1.py, and I'll save that, and we're ready to go. So the first problem is write a program to calculate simple interest. The program must prompt the user for a principal amount, the interest rate as a percentage per year, and the number of years the principal will collect interest. Print the calculated amount of interest to the screen. Recall the formula for simple interest is interest equals amount times time times rate. Remember that the percentage value must be converted to the proper form for multiplication, i.e. 9%, so on, so on, and so on. Okay. So basically we're just going to calculate interest rate and then print that out. So let's get started. First things first, we prompt the user for an input. We're going to prompt him for 3 amounts. We want the amount of money, the rate, the interest rate, the percentage of that, and the time in terms of years. So we'll do P. I do capital P for principal equals integer raw input enter principal amount. And that will be P. I'll have another one that says rate equals. I'll make this one a floating point because it will be a percentage that I'll then have to divide. Raw underscore input enter interest rate, and I'll prompt them to enter the percentage for that interest rate, and then we'll have years, which will equal the integer for the raw input of amount of years. So we have that going for us, and then we'll change rate because when they enter rate, they're gonna give it to us in percentages, so it will be like 8%, 9%, and in order to calculate it accurately, we have to divide that percentage by 100 to make it the correct percentage, I guess. So we'll do rate equals rate divided by 100. And that's why I made it a float, because if it was an integer, it would be 9. And so 9 divided by 100, integer division, it'll be 0. And we can't have a rate of 0% because that means you had no rate. So we'll do the float. We did it as a floating point, so it'll be 9.0. And so the answer will be a floating point as well, and more accurate. So then we do the formula that they give us. Interest equals rate times years times the principal amount, and then we'll return or print out that interest. So let's see what we get here. There's something simple. We'll do the principal amount is $100. We'll do 10%, and for 1 year, and it will return our interest is 10, and that's correct. So that's how you do the first